I know you want a healthier body, and you want to ease your soul, So here's some medicine to heal the world. So grow with herbs for health.
Welcome back to another episode of Herbs for Health. I thank you guys for watching my videos and staying tuned in. Every time I upload a video, I see some of you who watch are some of my subscribers, and a lot of you are new. So if you're watching the video and you like the information that I provide, just make sure you subscribe and leave a comment for me as well. So today we're going to be talking about, as you see from the title, my weight loss. I am definitely on a weight loss journey. I'm feeling very, very good about it right now. Months and months before, I was not making any progress. I didn't know what was going on, but I am glad to be here today. So today we're going to talk about my weight loss, what I did. I'm going to show you some of the workouts I've done with my trainer and on my own too. I'm also going to be showing you the scale. I'm going to also show you some analytics from my Fitbit watch and app. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about weight loss. Now, there's a lot of people who struggle with losing weight, and I was one of those people. But what helped me to lose weight is intermittent fasting. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably heard of that, or you may have tried it and it did not work out for you. Now, but for me, this is the first time I ever tried it. I did not think that it would work, but it did after I was consistent. But let me tell you how this came about, because I was not thinking about doing intermittent fasting at all. So for those of you who do not know, I am in the National Guard. Okay, so I was away for my 2 weeks of training, and while I was away for those 2 weeks, you know, they feed you meals at certain times. Because I have a different type of diet and I don't eat, you know, different types of meats and stuff like that, the options wasn't so great. But we had our ready meals and things like that. So during this time, of course, summertime, very hot. So this was in August last month. Very hot. Walking a lot. I'm just being very, very active and not eating as many calories as I would eat if I was at home during that time. So, for example, when I was away for those 2 weeks, within a day, I would have 22,000 steps. Now, at home, I don't walk 22,000 steps a day. It's more between 7,000 and 10,000. That's how my steps are. So, but it's never been 22,000 steps a day unless I was just out all day walking. So, but in the military, it's different because you're constantly moving, unless you're being stationary for the time being. So we're working in the heat, we're going up and down into trucks, moving equipment, we're eating whenever we can eat, meaning whenever they serve us food. So being that I was not eating a lot of calories and I was moving a lot, that really helped me start losing weight. That really helped jumpstart my weight loss. So when I got home, I was very excited. Now, to let y'all know, my starting weight was 200 pounds. And way before that, like back in February, I was like 207. So I did lose 7 pounds, prior to that. So 200 pounds, when I was 200 pounds, it was very, I just wasn't able to get the scale to move. I wasn't able to really lose any other weight. It was just like I was at a plateau. So 200 pounds, but when I got back from my 2 weeks of training, I lost 5 pounds. So I was 194, I think it was 0.6, something like that. But we'll take a look at the analytics and we'll see. So I was happy because I haven't seen that weight move in a very long time. So of course, when I came home, I thought about it. I said, wow, I was able to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. Why can't I do this at home? And I thought about the things that we did and what I did. So I started to do intermittent fasting. Now, when I did my intermittent fasting, it was a very drastic, I would say, because I wouldn't eat. I would eat between the hours of 12 and let's say 4 o'clock and 5 sometimes. So that was really, really restricting. But I was okay with it because during the time, the hours that I did eat, most of the food I had was like plant-based food. So I didn't have any dairy, no sugar, no juice, no meats, no pastas, no rice or anything like that. So I was able to lose weight rather quickly because I was plant-based, and the things that I ate were like beans for my proteins, which helped me to stay full for a very long time. A lot of leafy greens, I would eat like broccoli. I would eat a lot of spinach. I didn't eat kale, but I ate like cucumbers. I ate a lot of raw vegetables, and which is okay. I would eat that as a snack with like peanut butter or something like that. So, when it came to like me having this craving for sweets, I would just eat peanut butter in the place of that. Or I would make a smoothie because I was eating fruits like pineapples, watermelon, grapes, kiwi, things like that. So my diet was quite different. I have just gotten back to the point where I'm eating like oatmeal, things like that. And you can make your own oatmeal because you can add the amount of ingredients that you want without it being too much salt or sugar in it. Okay, now fast forward to now. So with me eating that way, I also decided to work out. So when I'm working out in a fasted state, because I read that when you're fasting and you work out, you also burn more fat. And I know that was true for me because it was like, I don't know, it was just like a 360 turnaround. So quickly, I saw my body getting smaller, my face getting smaller. I don't know if you can tell, but if you go back and watch some of my videos, you will see that I was pretty chubby. And my face is a lot slimmer now. So I definitely see changes in different areas of my body. Now, before I started fasting, I was working out with a trainer. Now, I'll insert some clips of me working out. I'll insert some clips with my trainer. Now, the training did help to strengthen different muscles I never even used before or, really worked out before. So it helped in that aspect. But I wasn't able to lose weight. It was just like I was stuck. And because I had so much weight on me, I had issues with my knees a lot. And then I had an injured back. And I'm still getting through some of these things because having all of that weight on you can cause a lot of health issues. So now that I've lost the weight, I can move more agile. So some of the workouts that I do is like jump roping. I have the little step exercising step. I do steps on that, and I run. Now, what's interesting about my weight loss is this. Before I, decided to lose weight or was able to lose weight, I would try to run. And it was so bad on my knees and on my shins that I would have to take off so many rest days because I was in so much pain. So I would have to miss out on days where I wanted to work out, but I had to recover because I was in so much pain. But now that I'm lighter, I've been able to run a whole mile without stopping. And let me tell you, never have I ever in my life been able to run a whole mile without stopping. Even when I was smaller. And I think that contributes to my cardiovascular health improving. Also with me fasting and eating plant-based, it's like I'm resetting my body. And I've learned that it is different when you're fasting as a female than for males, especially when you're doing intermittent fasting. Because what happened for me is my cycle changed. So if you're going to do this intermittent fasting, then just know that you may see some changes in your cycle. So just keep that in mind. But my workouts were pretty simple. They wasn't like too long or too hard for me, at least. But the workouts that I did, it increased my cardiovascular health tremendously. Like my endurance and my stamina when I do certain things. Now, I'm not like the best at any of these things, or running for that matter. I run at a slow, steady pace. That's why I'm able to run a whole mile without stopping. Because now I know how to control my breathing and I know how to go at a steady pace. So those things help too. But let's go ahead and get into some analytics. All right, so I have my phone here and you're going to see what I'm looking at on the screen, okay? So let's get started. Now, what you're going to see this is going to be from my Fitbit app, okay? So, if you look at my app here, you can see that in July, I was 200 pounds. That was July the 15th and July the 16th. See, during that time, my weight kept fluctuating up and down. So August the 14th is when I got to 194.8 pounds. This is when I returned from my 2 weeks of training. Okay? Now, if we go up, you can see September the 2nd, I was now at 193.6 pounds. So, I'm losing a few ounces each day. Then September the 3rd, I'm at 192.4 pounds. Then September the 4th, I'm at 190.8 pounds. Now, some people might say this is drastic just within a couple of days, but one thing you need to understand is that when you're losing weight, especially your first 10 pounds, that usually come off pretty easy because it is water weight. But because I'm doing the intermittent fasting and I am working out during my fasting cycle, I believe that I am burning fat too, because when I look at my body, I can tell in certain areas, that I'm also losing fat. Now we go up to September the 7th. I hit 189.2 pounds, which I was very, very happy to get out the 190s because I had been struggling to get to even 198. So when I hit 189.2, I was very ecstatic. Then the next, September the 9th, I was 188.8, and I was very, very happy. But when you go up to September the 16th, I went back to 190.2. So I was definitely fluctuating back and forth. Now, if this happens to you, don't get discouraged like I did. I was very discouraged. I didn't understand what was going on. But your body is adjusting to all the changes. And then soon you will see a steady pace of you losing weight. So, I don't know why I weighed myself twice that day, but I ended up being 189.8. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So, on Friday, I weighed myself. I was 189.6, so it was going down a few ounces. And then that Saturday, I was 189.8. Now, I know you probably say, wow, you get on the scale a lot. Yes, I do. And, I just wanted to see my progression because I was fasting. And I'm still in fasting now until I am able to reach my goal. Now, this past Sunday, I was 189.8. Then Tuesday, I was actually 189 even. Then Wednesday, which I was very, very happy to see this again, I was 188.6. And today, when I weighed myself at 8 a.m., I was finally at 187.6. Yes, and now as you can see here, it's showing you my goal progress. I have lost a total of 12.4 pounds. 12.4 pounds. Wow. And now I have 7.6 pounds to go. So that is just my first milestone. So I have 7.6 pounds to go until I reach my first milestone of my goal. And then after that, I'm gonna go to another milestone, which I'm hoping to achieve within the next 2 months thereafter I've reached this milestone. So I'm definitely proud of myself. It does take a lot of discipline when you're going to fast because you're denying yourself of a thing that you're so used to having every day. But for me, it was more so about my health because when you gain a lot of weight, you see changes in your body that you're not necessarily used to. And you don't want to get to a point where you're used to living with these conditions. And I did not want to live with the condition that my body was in, not being able to run, or my cardiovascular health is not good. And I had a little scare for me was when I got my blood pressure checked one day. It was a little higher than it normally is because I have good blood pressure, but when I got my blood pressure checked that day, they said it wasn't anything to worry about and it wasn't too high or anything, but I knew that it can that my weight loss contributed to that, and so I wanted to rectify that. So I'm in the process of that, and my blood pressure is pretty good, and I don't take any pharmaceutical drugs or anything like that. So what I've also learned is that when you start to eat well, basically eating plant-based foods and working out, you're going to also have a change in your resting heart rate. My resting heart rate has improved tremendously, and I know it's because I have been working out and eating the correct things, and also fasting. So I'm very happy about that. Now, when I do reach my weight loss goal, I'm going to kind of slow down on the fasting. And that's because I don't want to get smaller. Once I get to that goal, I just want to like tone and do strength training and things like that. So I'm gonna slow down on the fasting, and I'm going to introduce like new things into my diet so that I can maintain the weight that I'm at once I get there. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm not going to stop eating plant-based because it's working out so well for me, and I like it, and it's sustainable for me. And my body just feels so much better. So because, you know, we go through this thing where we get older, you want to make sure that your body is in tip-top shape. You want to make sure that you're feeding your body the proper things that it needs. Our bodies can't survive, you know, off of junk food, and that's fast foods and fried foods and all these types of foods that have all of these additives in it. You know, you have to give your body more. You have to give your body the things that it needs so that you can function at a high frequency. So, and that's what I'm doing with my body. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed the workouts that I've done. And also seeing my analytics too. So if you guys would like to see more of my weight loss journey, or you want to see like what I eat in a day, or you might want to see more of the workouts that I do, I can definitely show you that. I might even start a segment where I show you the 10-minute workouts that I do, because I don't work out for that long. The longest is probably like 20 minutes. And that's because I've done my jump rope for 10 minutes and then I run, which takes me like 13 minutes, and bam, that's my workout. But there's other things that I do too when I'm not running. So we can kind of, we can get some information out there for you if you like. But thank you for joining me on this video. I hope you liked it. So make sure you leave a comment down below, subscribe, and share the video. See you next time.